Hey everybody, welcome to That's Good Broncos. I am Brandon Perna, and the San Francisco 49ers just defeated the Denver Broncos in the second preseason game, 31-24. Score doesn't matter here. Anybody who thinks it does, you're wrong. We were watching for a whole bunch of other things tonight, mainly the quarterback competition, and we were so ready. We are still ready to crown one of these quarterbacks king. We have a kingdom for them to rule, and we want to give one of them a crown, and it doesn't seem like any of them truly want the crown. Peyton Manning's gone. It's a lot like Game of Thrones. These guys are trying to get on the throne, but who's going to own up and get the fucking throne? Manning's gone. That's like Ned Stark. His head got cut the fuck off. Mark Sanchez tonight, I would say he's a lot like Rob Stark, and he red weddinged himself. Then that leaves us with Siemian, who I think after that first drive he led, we were all ready to say he's the guy, give him the keys. But he kind of was like Jon Snow in season 5 of Game of Thrones. Looks great, looks like he's gonna be the guy, then boom, he's fucking dead at the end of the season. Will he resurrect himself by next week? At least we won't have to wait for a whole season to see what happens with Siemian. And then Paxton Lynch. I can't figure that guy out. He looks like he's got the tools. Yes, he threw 2 touchdown passes. He made a couple very good athletic plays, avoiding pressure, avoiding sacks. He's a big, strong guy. But in terms of comparing him to a king for Game of Thrones, I think he's got to be Daenerys. You know, he's got that fire in him. The fire to be the Dragon King. I don't know. I think my point is, that long rant about Game of Thrones, my point is, none of the quarterbacks right now have done everything they needed to do while they're on the field to make us say, yes, that is the guy. I think Siemian is the most ready to be the Broncos starting quarterback despite his pick 6. If I have to critique anything on that play, it's that he didn't make the fucking tackle. You gotta tackle the guy. For as many picks as Manning threw, he had a way to make tackles. Just go back and look at all that footage. Defensively, Derek Wolfe looked very good, but the second and third team defenses, the guys coming in rotation struggled against the run. Shaq Barrett seemed to be a little bit off of his game, so that's a bit of a concern. The offensive line allowed, I think, 6 sacks. Maybe it was 7. So the 49ers defense basically did what the Broncos defense did in the first preseason game. So 49ers fans are probably super excited about that. In terms of injuries, offensive lineman Darrion Weems left the game with a concussion, and Corey Nelson also left the game with what appeared to be some sort of right wrist injury. I will keep my eye on those things and update you as soon as I have info, which will probably be the same time you get it. Christian Ponder, people were saying on Twitter that the Broncos were getting owned by Christian Ponder. Oh my God, what's going on with the team? How can Christian Ponder not tear apart a third-string defense? The guy was a starter. He was a 12th pick in the draft. If he doesn't tear up that third-string defense, something's wrong with him. So again, don't worry about the Ponder touchdowns and the 40 or 100-yard touchdown run he scored. I don't know how long it was, but I will say that he's probably more athletic than Colin Kaepernick. It's late also. So NFL, stop scheduling preseason games to start at 7 o'clock at night. It's not worth me staying up super late to make a video so I can make $8, all right? Let's put them down to a respectable time. During the game, Jessica said that from behind, Trevor Siemian looks a lot like Peyton Manning, which is very concerning to me. I thought all this time we've been watching football, she's enjoying the game, but apparently she's just staring at everybody's ass. Kabri Bibbs had a nice run, and he picked up 2 blitz. I don't know if they're blitzes, but 2 rushers coming into the backfield. He had 2 very good blocks in the backfield. Ronnie Hillman had one good run where he dropped his shoulder at the end of the run and level the guy, which you rarely see Hillman do. But I kind of like what I'm seeing out of Capri Bibbs. The pass protection is very important for a running back trying to make the team. C.J. Anderson looked great with his 22-yard touchdown run, and Devontae Booker also, I thought he made some good reads. Shows that he can break tackles, so 1-2 punch with Anderson and Booker will be great. And if Capri Bibbs is your third option, that's a pretty good backfield. Offensive line needs to get better, but let's wait and make the judgment on them when we have our starting set, whatever the hell that's going to look like. I don't know at this point. And finally, my sleeper pick to make the team is tight end Henry Krieger-Cobble. He had, I think, 2 catches, but 1 catch he got annihilated and held onto the ball. That's impressive. That's what you want to see from your tight end. And at camp on Wednesday, he had a pretty big day. I don't know where he came from, but I think at the tight end position, after Virgil Green, who had another very good game, there is a big question mark as to who's going to be the next guy, and I think it could be the Cobbler. I also really liked what I saw from linebacker Zaire Anderson, causing 2 fumbles during the game. That guy is a beast, and he needs to be on this team, probably as a starter. And Dakota Watson, another linebacker who had his second big game. He was all over the place with another sack. 2 guys I really am excited to see, play football. Thanks for watching another episode of That's Good Broncos. Make sure you subscribe here and tune in tomorrow, Sunday night, when I get the full review up of the Broncos 49ers game. I think there's some pretty good stuff in there. Give me a follow on Twitter at Brandon Perna. I'm really active on Twitter during the games, and I like interacting with everybody, so get me on for just follow me on Twitter.